John Jones, you know, shoves his hand off. It's just a subconscious way of saying, look, I am the guy here. I'm the champ. You are nobody. We're on different levels. Alright, I hope you guys had a good St. Patrick's Day, guys, over the past week, and a lot of stuff went down at MMA. There's a lot of things I have to talk about. We're going to talk about this week, including UFC 301, which I know a lot of people have been asking me my thoughts on, and we're going to get into that in another video. But for today, we're going to be talking about Jon Jones finally meeting Tom Aspinall. To my knowledge, this is the first time that these two have met, and we're going to get into it here. Who won this interaction? Did Jon Jones look insecure? Did Tom Aspinall get bitched? I'm here to say it's a little bit of both, guys, alright? There is some truth to both claims, and I think that there is a lot of takes that are extremely biased against either Jon Jones or Tom Aspinall. Of course, the fans are going to have their opinion, but here is mine. I'm going to present mine unbiased, so you guys know I don't care what people think. I'm going to say my thoughts. I know this video might be a little controversial at times, but bear with me. I'm going to react to the interaction and break it down for you guys right here. But before we get into it, I want to remind you guys to subscribe button, like, comment, and share. We're almost at 12K. You guys have helped me so much these past few weeks. I cannot thank you guys enough. And let me know, guys. I'm trying to decorate the wall a little bit, get some MMA themed stuff here. So if you guys have any suggestions what I should put behind me, whether it be posters or I don't know, guys, let me know in the comment section below. I'm sure you guys are probably way better at it than me. But if you guys missed it, Jon Jones, Tom Aspinall, right? Tom Aspinall became the interim champion back in November, knocked out Sergey Pavlovich, and Jon Jones, there's a lot of confusion. Who is he going to fight next? And it seems like the UFC and Jon Jones and Stipe are all on board to want Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic. Well, I think every other MMA fan that has a brain kind of wants to see this Tom Aspinall Jon Jones fight. Let's be honest, Stipe has not fought since 2021. He's 40 years old, coming off of a brutal knockout. We don't know how good he is. He could be terrible going in there. This could be the ghost of Stipe going in there, and that's a realistic possibility. Now, I think anybody with a brain would say, hey, what makes sense is while Jon Jones is healing from his injury, which is why he's on the sideline, have Tom Aspinall fight Stipe. Then you get to find out, hey, is Stipe really good, or is Tom Aspinall just better? And then the winner of that fight will be the interim champion going into a Jon Jones fight. While it just seems like instead we're leaving everybody on the sidelines because of all these privileges, superstar privilege, it doesn't make sense. Tom Aspinall deserves the title shot. I think everybody knows this. I don't know what's going on with the UFC that why they would do this, and I'm not at all trying to disrespect Stipe. He is probably one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, at least the greatest heavyweight in the UFC, but we just don't know if he is still as good as he was. Regardless, here we are, and Jon Jones met Tom Aspinall over the past weekend, and let's just take a look at it, guys. I know you guys are already waiting. Enough wasting time. Let's get into it. Alright, guys, so this is a very quick interaction, 15 seconds. This was posted on Tom Aspinall's YouTube channel, and let's just watch it fully real quick, and then we're gonna go over it and react.
Just saying hello. Nice to meet you too.
Alright, hand on. You see he shoves it off. We're gonna get into that later.
I would hope so.
I would love
They're
to.
talking.
I would hope so.
Respect, man.
All the best.
Respect.
All the best.
We'll do a quick picture.
Sure.
Yeah?
Let's get it.
A face off. No, okay. No.
So as you guys could see, there was a bit of tension. Clearly, Jon Jones was not happy with Tom Aspinall. Clearly, you know, kind of looking for a fight. Not necessarily to fight there, but to fight in the future. He was there definitely for promotional reasons, to try to get the talk going, trying to get a face-off, trying to get the crowd excited. I'm not saying Tom Aspinall wanted to go in there and fight Jon Jones. Of course not. Tom Aspinall even clarified that. And I don't think Tom Aspinall was necessarily looking to throw down right then and there, but he was definitely looking for, you know, some promotional stuff, like the face-off. That's the only reason you would do a face-off. Let's be honest, guys. So let's look into this, and I want to break down some of the psychology of Jon Jones, some of the ways that he breaks down his opponent right before the fight, and some of the ways that Tom Aspinall also tried to break Jon Jones, things you guys might not have even noticed. So let's take a look. Okay, you see obviously Tom Aspinall's like, hey, I just want to say hello, and we see, okay, look, they embrace, and then right away we see Tom Aspinall right here. We see him put his hand on Jon Jones' shoulder. If you guys recall, he did this to Sergey Pavlovich right before they fought. Now a lot of people say it's for different reasons. Some people say it's because he wants to see the reach of his opponent, right? You know, putting his arm on the shoulder, letting the other person put his arm on his shoulder, and it's kind of a sneaky way to see, okay, who has longer reach? Do I have a longer reach than this guy? Or it could be a sign of dominance, like kind of just sunning him in a way, you know, giving him a little pat on the back, you know what I'm trying to say? Regardless of what reason you think it is, as you guys see, he puts the arm on his shoulder, and Jon Jones swipes it away immediately, and this is a good move from Jon Jones in a way, because Tom Aspinall went up to him, invaded his space, put his arm on his shoulder, and Jon Jones, instead of taking it, instead of being like, okay, I'm stuck in this situation, which most people would probably do, most people would probably just laugh it off, you know, not to be too awkward. Jon Jones doesn't care about that. Jon Jones is willing to be awkward in this situation to kind of assert some sort of dominance. I know you guys might not like that, but bear with me here. My point is that Jon Jones isn't even letting him win these little interactions, okay, guys? Jon Jones is letting him feel uncomfortable, saying, hey, dude, I control this stuff. I control who I fight. And that's probably how Tom Aspinall already feels. Tom Aspinall is the prospect coming up, while Jon Jones is the seasoned veteran, one of the greatest of all time. So Jon Jones even saying, hey, I'm not letting you put my arm on me, is a way of him saying, look, I control the show. I control these interactions. interactions. You do what I say. And Tom Aspinall says after that he didn't mean any harm by it. I kind of think that this is Tom Aspinall's own way of asserting some sort of dominance, making Jon Jones feel uncomfortable. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think Tom Aspinall's in the wrong here, and I want to clarify. I know some people might be like, oh, Jack, you're biased towards Jon Jones. Guys, I want Tom Aspinall to fight Jon Jones, and I'm actually probably going to be rooting for Tom Aspinall if I'm going to be honest. Guys, I want Tom Aspinall and the Jon Jones fight to happen. I'm just saying this is a very interesting interaction, and you can see Jon Jones even here does not let Tom Aspinall have his way, but it gets more awkward as you guys already saw. So Tom Aspinall right here is going to explain to Jon Jones and say, look, you know, it'd be an honor to fight you, being very respectful, saying, hey, I know there might have been some sort of disrespect online, but at the end of the day, I respect you. I know you're a great guy. So this kind of gets cut out, but he's saying, I hope so. Tom Aspinall says, I didn't mean any disrespect, and Jon Jones says, I would hope so. I hope you don't mean any disrespect. Basically, you know, not even being like, oh, it's all good. Most people will probably be like, oh, it's all good, bro. Don't worry about it. I understand. My bad. It was a misunderstanding. No, Jon Jones is a fighter. He's not that kind of guy. He's more aggressive. He's gonna say, I hope you're not trying to disrespect me because I deserve respect. Who the fuck are you? That's kind of what he's saying. Another thing I want to point out is this height difference. I did not expect there to be such a height difference. Tom Aspinall looks super tall here. I mean, he looks a lot taller than Jon Jones. Maybe like honestly, 2 inches might be even crazy. I mean, I understand this isn't a face-off necessarily, but you could see, I think Tom Aspinall towers over Jon Jones in terms of size, even the frame. I mean, his shoulders are a lot broader. It's going to be a tough matchup for Jon Jones if this fight does wind up getting made. All right, but here we are. He wants...
Yeah, let's do it. A face-off.
And Jon Jones.
Okay.
And Jon Jones right away, he's like, no, face off. And this is once again Jon Jones trying to control the show, saying, hey, I control it. Look, we're not gonna face off. We're not even fighting. I don't even know if we're fighting, dude. Who the hell are you to come to my space and ask for a face off? And I kind of get Jon Jones in a way. I kind of get why you would be annoyed, I guess. I mean, Tom Aspinall literally goes to his event, you know, shoving a camera in his face, demanding a face off to a fight Jon Jones doesn't even want. Tom Aspinall, I don't think meant any harm. Tom Aspinall does seem like a stand-up dude, and at the end of the day, he's just trying to get a fight made. It's not really personal to Jon Jones. He's doing his thing. I get it. It's whatever. But I think, look, even putting the arm on him, I think that would really get shared around and be like, oh, you know, Jon Jones got bitched with the arm around him. I think it was a good move from him to put that hand away, have that in Tom Aspinall's mind, because Tom Aspinall's leaving that interaction. Like, at least if I were Tom Aspinall, I'd be like, damn, like, what the hell just happened? This felt super awkward, and I would kind of feel like Jon Jones got the better of that interaction, and that's just how Jon Jones is. He's had these interactions before. He's had so many fights, so many build-ups. He knows how to break down his opponents mentally, and we know that Jon Jones likes to do this. That is what Jon Jones is at least attempting to do. Now, if he did it, that's another story. We'll have to see when the fight comes how much this does affect him, but I thought this was a good move from Jon Jones. It's just a subconscious way of saying, look, I am the guy here, I'm the champ, you are nobody, we're on different levels. And that's kind of what Jon Jones is trying to do here, trying to say, oh, that there's differences between us, I'm on one level, you're on another, and just all that type of stuff. But let me know, who do you guys think won this interaction? Some people I see are saying Jon Jones is insecure, some people are saying Tom Aspinall, look, bitch, and I just hope at the end of the day this fight does get made. I think the fight should be made. Tom Aspinall deserves it. Tom Aspinall's the interim champion. Jon Jones, I get it. If he wants to select his fights and pick his fight, then vacate your belt and you can fight whoever the hell you want. But he has a belt. He has an obligation to the heavyweight contenders, to guys that have deserved a title shot. But at least fight someone that kind of deserves it. Like Stipe, are we fucking serious? Like Colby Covington, Leon Edwards, even though that was a ridiculous title shot to give Colby Covington, at least the guy was coming off of a win against a guy who was then in the top 5, right? But Stipe, are we serious? The dude's coming off of a loss, a brutal loss that was almost 3 years old. Like, are we serious, people? And the guy's gonna come back at 40? I mean, come on. It's an absolute joke. Give Tom Aspinall a title shot, and I think that's all I have to say. Before we wrap this up, I want to talk about some of the best comments from the last video. If you guys missed it, I made a video reacting to Mike Tyson on the pads, and let's look at some of the best comments from last video. This commenter pointed out that everybody looks good on pads, talking about how Mike Tyson did post videos of him on the pads at 60 years old, and I totally agree. That was the point of the whole video. People on pads aren't the same in fights. There's so many different attributes. I suggest you guys check out the video to see what I'm talking about. Shame on Jake Paul if they ever actually make this fight. Fucking coward. Can't win against boxers his own age, so he went back to old men to beat him. What an absolute idiot that guy is. Sociopath. Both him and his brother. And I can't agree more. The guy lost to Tommy Fury and is now just trying to find easier matchups. Like, dude, come on. Fight an actual boxer. Like I said in the video before, I came up with a very good suggestion. I suggest you guys check it out. A matchup that isn't super crazy and a matchup that would actually help his career and help his legitimacy in the sport. And I think even his haters would have to acknowledge, hey, that's actually a pretty good win. And a winnable matchup at that, too. And we have this comment, one of my favorite comments. This is comical. Tyson destroys fake Jake easily. This is such a bad take, it's embarrassing. Clearly, this guy is living in the 1980s, but whenever he's ready to catch up to 2024, I think he'll acknowledge what the truth is, and he might face a harsh reality July 20th. But guys, check out the video. It is on the screen. Me reacting to Mike Tyson on the pads, talking about how fast he is. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best fan base in MMA. I seriously cannot thank you guys enough, and I'll see you guys in the next one.